5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, this is feeqs and welcome back to my little LP series. So I just came back from a caving run because after you kill the Ender Dragon and have 80 levels, that's the first thing you gotta go do is cave in dangerous unknown places. But I'd say it's pretty successful. We got a fair bit of oh, look at that redstone. That was the main reason I went out there, was for redstone, and I did come back from another caving expedition, I guess, and got some redstone before, but I had to come back because I needed a new pickaxe, and now this guy's about had it too. So I actually do have some pretty big plans for today, because I'm going to try and do a 200 sub special, which, thank you guys, 200 subs, pretty awesome. So I think I'm going to try and do some big projects, things that really need to be done in this world, and I'm going to try and complete them in this episode. I don't know if that's going to happen because, like I said, they're going to be some pretty big projects. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put all the stuff away, and I'll see you when I get ready for the first one. See you there. Alright everyone, so here we are in the end, and this is actually one of the first projects I want to get started on, which is the Enderman farm. That was one of the main reasons why we destroyed the Ender Dragon, and I really don't want to wait for a good XP farm. So this is a huge project, and we first gotta get started by placing down a bunch of torches, which in my ender chest here I have a bunch of logs and coal and stuff in there, so we should be able to knock this out relatively quick, maybe like an hour or two, maybe a little longer. I'm not sure, I haven't done this in a long time. Like getting the main surface isn't hard, it's getting all the little last spots that take the longest. Like you can probably get this surface done in like 40 minutes or so if you just run around spamming. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for a little while. But this whole episode here, I really want to focus hard on XP farms, because right now I only have 2 XP farms and they both are really bad. So I also want to try and get done with the Blaze farm, which I'm gonna have to reset the Nether in, because I just went through and took out half the Nether fortress and sort of destroyed all the glowstone in there. So I'm just gonna go and reset it. I actually may reset it a few more times, just harvesting glowstone, just so I have a stockpile of it and quartz, and then do the blaze spawner, because I don't want to sit there and put all this time and effort into something and then just delete it all just because I need quartz or something. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing for a little while, and then I have a few other XP spawners or XP farms that I want to try and build, or just farms in general that I just want to try and build before, or at least in this episode, just to get things rolling a little bit better. But oh yeah, and in case you're wondering where my XP went, I didn't enchant anything. It actually just went into repairing this pickaxe and one other. So yeah, that's where that went, and I don't know why I'm placing all this coal. So I will see you guys in a little while. Alright guys, so I got most of the surface here lit up, and just in case you're curious how long that took, if you see these speed potions here, they were speed 2 for 1 minute and 30 seconds, so I took 18 of those, and probably tack on another 20-30 minutes on top of that, and I'll be relatively close as how long it took me just to get the surface, and that's the easy part. So now we get to do the fun part, which is getting all these little nooks and crannies and crevices underneath the island, which I'm probably going to die a lot doing. So probably should spend these 25 levels somehow. But over here I left a pretty good sized dark spot for Enderman to spawn in so I can get some Ender Pearls. Let me plop down my thing here really quick, grab my looting 3 sword. So it won't be as difficult getting into those like hard to reach places. So I'm going to spend a little bit farming some Enderman here. If I don't die, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Oh, that was close. uh, and then once I get most of that lit up, I will get back to you guys. So see you in just a second. Again, probably gonna hear that a lot. Alright guys, so here we are, many hours of frustration and deaths later. And I got most of the area lit up underneath. I still got quite a bit to do though. There's a bunch of little tiny blocks and stuff like that to light up. You see an Enderman out there. He spawned from somewhere. But I think that's all I'm gonna do with it for now. I gotta get some torches there. And the main reason for that is I've been at this for like 4 or 5 hours now, and I have not even begun building yet. And I probably could spend easily another 2 or 3 hours, maybe longer, trying to get other dark spots. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start building now, just so I have something. Just the building itself is probably gonna take another 2 or 3 hours. So let me gather some materials and I will begin doing that. Tasty. Alright guys, so I got a lot of these materials moved over that we should need. Um, yeah, we need rotten flesh apparently. Most of it's actually in here because once I get out there, I just want to plop down under chest and just have it all in there ready to go. More than likely we're gonna need a ton more, but that should be good. So I went ahead and started building a little bit. I have this little washing platform. Every time you spawn in, it clears, when you spawn into the end, it clears out this little area where the obsidian is. Any block that's in there just automatically gets destroyed. So I have this water here to replenish that every time I'm gonna spawn in, it's gonna wash out. And I kind of want to make it so I automatically go to the Enderman farm. So whenever I spawn in, this is going to push me into this corner, and then I'm gonna fall all the way down there. Let me go down there really quick. And then I'm gonna try and use this conveyor belt system I built a while back. I know they've been used before. It's not like my own design or anything, but I've never really seen much use for them. So I kind of want to make it so I fall down here and I land on this conveyor belt and I just get pushed all along here, all the way to my Enderman farm, which is apparently gonna have to start right around here. And yeah, then I'll start building the Enderman farm, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this thing. It should going to be a project in and of itself, and I will show you guys what it looks like when I get done with this. It should look something sort of like this. Whee! So yeah, guys, it's not completed, finished, or done in any way, shape, or form. I actually needed to change out some of these materials because I just didn't have anything, and I needed these here so that way Enderman wouldn't be spawning on it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's good enough for now. It gets me to close to where I need to go, and gets the point across, I guess. But yeah, now I need to build the main structure, which is going to take the most materials, and I'm pretty much tapped out on materials just building this. So I get to spend a few more hours gathering even more materials for something I'm probably going to run out on. But yeah, I need to build the main platform first, and then I'll bring you guys back when I get started on the spawner itself. It's going to be built a little differently, not too different, but it's going to be bigger and better than it was before, like how I built it in the past. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back when I get started with that. See you in a few hours. Alright, so I finally got the base platform figured out and finished. It looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna hop in the end here, but I don't want to spoil it all at once. So I'm gonna try and keep my nose to the ground. And if this thing works successfully, we shouldn't have to move at all. Yep. And then we just fall down this little conveyor belt system. You guys might have saw a little bit of it as I was falling. But yeah, here it is. I got the glass finished up right here. Now I just started so that way it wouldn't take a little bit longer because I want to show you guys how I'm going to build this. It's going to be a little bit different. But what makes this one really cool is I'm going to do a double spawner. uh, yeah, so it's going to take twice the materials as it normally would. Mainly the main thing I'm worried about is the glass. That stuff is, since we don't have generators anymore, I don't really like ripping it out of the earth. But so yeah, the way I've got the spawner built out is it's kind of the same way I did it in Vanilla Craft way back in the day. It's just 9 blocks long, and the reason why I'm doing 2 spawners here is because these spawners right here, they're always really slow on the Xbox version for some reason. And even if you make them like 18 blocks long, like some of the other guys do on the PC, and they're like super efficient and everything, it still doesn't work exactly the way it should. So I have the second one built all the way over here because that way they're for sure in 2 different chunks. The reason, well, the fact that it's the Xbox version, there's no way we can check chunk borders or anything, so I can't have them as close as possible in between chunks or something like that. But the reason why that's important is because each chunk like checks, so the game checks for like each chunk to see available spawning spaces, and it starts from the bottom of the world up. So that's why I took that platform right there when I spawned it. That's why I made it go straight down to the ground as far as possible first. That's supposed to increase the efficiency of the spawner. I'm not too sure by how much, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm all the way down here, and with it being so low, I don't have to worry about getting past Y128 and losing spawning space due to that. I know they said that they fixed it, but I just checked it not too long ago and it's still busted. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna build these spawner pads. It's a fair bit different than I did in the other one. I'm going to be using tripwire hooks and string. It's supposed to save a bit on materials. Well, it's definitely going to. I only need 1 repeater and 2 torches, and then like 13 redstone dust per side on each layer. So should cut the cost of this dramatically or drastically. Yeah, I guess pick your poison there. But so I have this will be the first platform right here. This will be the first spawning pad. The reason why I have it 3 vines deep is because most of the time when you just do one, the guys on the top layer gets built up so much momentum that they'll just shoot right past it even though you have the vines. So I'll do it 3 vines deep just to ensure that they all get slowed down to increase the efficiency just a little bit more. Alright. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta get these tripwire hooks fixed up. And I'm gonna do it on the other side first. Just that because I have a little bit more room over here. I don't have to worry about blocking the ladder or anything. So what I gotta do is I cannot put the tripwire hook here because I'll show you really fast. The string has to be on the same level and then it'll stick on the ground like that. So it's got to go one up. I can't put it here because then once I get them connected, this spot right here will not get activate the trip hook. So I actually have to go one up and one out. So let me get over there really quick. Ooh, that was a little scary. So the tripwire hook has to go right there. And then we just go across. Well, the string is some tricky business. So let's go ahead and get those later crossed all the way. So, and one other advantage to doing it this way is I don't have to worry about getting pushed off by the pistons once I get them all figured out. So there you go. I don't have to worry about anything else. So now from here, I just gotta invert the signal. Let's see, let's go up one. Do I have any building blocks? I guess like cobblestone. Let's use some of that. I had a ton of string too, and I sort of wasted it all making wool because I couldn't find any sheep. Alright, so then we go one there and one on this side. And that should be all the torches we need for this side of the spawner. Alright. What else do we do? We need a half slab, which we do not have. That's unfortunate. How can I do this? I'm just trying to make this a little bit easier on myself. Need to grab a workbench. Do this really quick. Alright, so we need a half slab here. Redstone dust on top of that. What else do we need? The one repeater goes next to this piece of redstone dust. Right there. And that guy runs into the blocks that are going to be powering the pistons. Right? I think. I built this on creative not too long ago. Oh, I hope I'm breaking light rock. Okay. So this is where all the redstone dust that's going to activate the pistons is going to go. So let's lay all these guys out. Put redstone dust on top of that. And then we need whatchamacallits on there. Pistons. Where are my pistons? There we go. Whoa, that was close. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit more trickier than I thought. I built this all while flying, and obviously it's a lot easier while flying. I'm gonna need to go get that guy. Darn it. Alright, I'm gonna break this string. That's probably gonna be the easiest solution. Alright, so we just go like that. Place down all our pistons. Don't worry, I'll go grab those pistons before they despawn. There we go. So it activates all those just no matter where you're at on this line, which is good. But what I want to do... Oh, great. There we go. Where's my... Wait, why you gotta be like that, guy? Alright. I don't know where my pistons went now. This is quickly becoming a disaster. Alright, let's put that guy back. Okay. So now we need to put redstone dust on the bottom of that. Great. So I just got all the way up here for no reason. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna have to go out like this. Bear with me, guys. I swear I know what I'm doing. Alright, so we put redstone dust on here and here. And that's going to create a clock. It unpowers that piston now. So let me go ahead and put our thing right back. String. Alright, so this is going to create a clock. So whenever anything gets stepped on this, it'll constantly spam that for a little bit. And the reason why I want to do that is sometimes when a mob activates tripwires, activates a piston, and they quickly get pushed off, it'll glitch the piston and cause it to be stuck out or something. And there's no way to fix it unless you go all the way up there and break the piston and replace it. So if I do this with all the layers, I shouldn't have to worry about that ever. And then if anything doesn't somehow not get pushed off, it'll just get stuck, I guess. I don't know. It'll despawn and then it'll fix itself. So that's how I'm going to build these spawn platforms. It's not too hard, and really the only downside to it is there's going to be a ton more spawning spaces that I'm going to have to cover up with half slabs. Because doing it the other way, each platform sort of covered itself up. So that way only mobs, or the only place that enderman could spawn would be on the inside of the spawner. But if I do it like this, the next layer would go, see, the next layer would go right here. Oh, I thought I died there. And so that would be the base right there. The tripwire hook would go up 2 and then 1 out, like that. Something like that, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Actually 2 out. So it'd be 2 up and 2 out. And see right there, we have enough space for an enderman to spawn. So I'm gonna have to cover up all these spaces like that to prevent endermen from spawning. Which shouldn't be too hard. I'll just get some stone slabs or something. Just make sure I get them all. But that's what I'm gonna be working on for this next little bit. And I will see you guys when that's finished. So, see you in just a minute. Tell you what, guys, if you ever decide to do this spawner, make sure you have a good source of string. Luckily I made a cave spider spawner. And this is just a looting 3 sword just to make this go a little quicker. That's it. I'm going to be here a little while. Well, there's half of it. Alright guys, so we got half this thing built. Well, I mean, more than half. This side is completely done, but we're halfway through the project, is what I mean. Hopefully the Enderman dying sounds aren't too bad. But yeah, so this thing is not terrible by itself, honestly. I haven't seen any die, and unlike the old spawners like we had on the Vanilla Crest server, there aren't some that spawn in with full health for some reason. Like, I haven't seen any come down here with full health at all. And the rates aren't too bad, actually. So if I step back here a little bit so that way they can spawn in a little bit better. Or something, I don't know. They do fall down at a pretty decent rate. This could definitely be an XP farm all by itself if I really wanted to. The only downside to it is I can kill them faster than they spawn in. See, so let me try and kill them all really quick. There we go. I have absolutely none to kill, so yeah, I'm sort of just waiting here doing nothing. So that's why I want this other XP farm over here, so while they're spawning back in over there, I can be killing these guys, and then when I get done with these guys, I'll just cycle back and forth, and it'll be a quicker way to level up, which this really isn't that bad. I could definitely get, like, make it with this. But yeah, I want to see how awesome it's going to be with 2 of them. So I'm going to build the second one here in just a second, and I will be back when that's done. So it should look something like, oh, that's not very good. That's a bad throw. Where are we gonna go? I may not go anywhere. Should look something more like this. Alright guys, so we got the second one built finally. It took a little while, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. I can definitely see a huge difference. uh, so like I said, this is basically the idea. I just want to be able to mow these guys down, and then once these guys get about pretty much all dead like they are now, all I gotta do is just go whoop, and then these guys should be pretty much all spawned in. It's pretty cool. The only really downside to it is since I'm swinging so much, it sort of just kills my hunger. But that's not a huge deal. And then I really wish I could do some way to get all this XP in one spot, but oh well. I mean, this thing's pretty awesome. It's a lot better than any other XP grinder I have, and it probably will be one of the best ones I'll ever have. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Um, as far as like them being able to teleport outside and everything, it's not that big of a deal. So like this guy, usually once they're up there, they usually either wander off themselves or they'll walk off after they're mad at me and then die. So that's not a huge deal. And then they barely ever go out anyway. See, they're pretty packed in there and they're not teleporting out as much as you'd think. So I'm not too worried about it. But this is awesome. I got two Enderman spawners right next to each other. I got a pretty cool setup for my enchanting. I can go ahead and throw a book in there really fast. Efficiency 4, that's not bad. And yeah, I got tons of ender pearls and books and enchants. I did do a little bit of enchanting just because I could. I love enchanting. That's one of my favorite things about this game, and I haven't been able to do it since I started this world pretty much, so pretty excited. But yeah, all in all, this took me about 2 weeks. um, well, mainly 2 weeks because I wasn't constantly working on it, and work and all that stuff got in the way. But yeah, probably actual time it took me maybe like 3-4 days, just getting the materials mainly. Once I got the materials, the building went pretty easy because I got a pretty good rhythm worked out. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this one. I'm not too sure how the editing is gonna work out for this video because, like I said, it's been over the span of 2-3 weeks. So I don't even remember what I said like at the beginning of this video. I know I wanted to do like a group of projects for a my 200 sub special thing, but I might have to work something else out because this is the first project and I just now got done with it, so yeah, that's why I haven't had any videos out. So I'm gonna focus on a little bit smaller projects, maybe tackle big projects while I'm like working on small projects. But I'm gonna have to work something else for a 200 sub special. But alright, so I'm gonna take off. It's pretty late, and I hope you guys enjoyed. The thing is pretty cool. So, see you guys next time. Wow! Alright everyone. Alright guys.
You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape.